The year is 1888. The place is Whitechapel, London. A dense fog hangs heavy in the air, shrouding the cobblestone streets in an eerie silence. It is a silence soon to be broken. A reign of terror is about to begin. The name Jack the Ripper would become synonymous with fear. He became a specter haunting the darkest corners of London's East End. His gruesome acts would forever stain the annals of criminal history. 5 women, all victims of circumstance, would meet their end at the hands of this unseen predator. Their lives, tragically cut short, would become eternally intertwined with the legend of Jack the Ripper. This is the story of those victims. This is the story of the investigation that gripped a nation. This is the story of the mystery that remains unsolved to this day. The nightmare began in August of 1888. Marianne Nichols, a woman struggling to survive on the streets of Whitechapel, became the Ripper's first victim. Her body, discovered in the early hours of August 31st, bore the horrific mutilations that would become the killer's signature. Panic began to grip the East End as news of the murder spread. Just 1 week later, Annie Chapman became the second victim, her life brutally taken on September 8th. The killer was growing bolder, more brazen with each passing day. September ended with a night of unimaginable horror. 2 more women, Elizabeth Stride and Catherine Eddowes, fell prey to the Ripper's blade. The double murder sent shockwaves through London. The police were under immense pressure to catch the fiend, terrorizing their city. What drove Jack the Ripper to commit these unspeakable acts? Was it a lust for power, a desire to instill fear, or something far more sinister lurking beneath the surface? The answer, lost to the annals of time, continues to fascinate and horrify in equal measure. Some experts believe the killer was driven by a hatred of women, his victims chosen because they represented a segment of society he deemed unworthy. Others speculate that the Ripper was a sadist, deriving pleasure from the infliction of pain and suffering. The precision of the murders, the almost surgical removal of organs, has led some to believe the killer possessed anatomical knowledge. This theory has fueled speculation that Jack the Ripper may have been a doctor or someone with medical training. The mystery of Jack the Ripper is compounded by the fact that he was never caught. Despite numerous suspects and countless theories, his true identity remains a subject of intense debate and speculation. Was he a cunning criminal mastermind who vanished into thin air? Or was he someone hiding in plain sight, a seemingly ordinary citizen leading a double life? Adding to the enigma are the letters purportedly written by the killer himself. Signed Jack the Ripper, these chilling missives, taunting both the police and the public, have become infamous. While their authenticity remains a topic of debate, they provide a glimpse into the mind of a killer, or at least someone seeking to sow chaos and fear. The Ripper's ability to evade capture in the labyrinthine streets of Whitechapel has fueled speculation that he possessed an intimate knowledge of the area. Was he a local resident? Someone who could easily blend into the shadows and disappear after each gruesome act? Section 5. Mirrors of Madness. Copycat Killers. The shadow of Jack the Ripper extends far beyond the confines of Victorian London. His reign of terror sparked a wave of copycat killings, each one a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurks within the human psyche. These copycats, inspired by the notoriety and sheer audacity of the Ripper's crimes, sought to emulate his methods and instill the same level of fear and uncertainty. From the streets of New York City to the back alleys of London, the specter of Jack the Ripper seemed to reappear, haunting a new generation. One of the most infamous copycat cases is that of Jack the Stripper, who terrorized London in the 1960s. His victims, like those of his namesake, were women, their bodies often found in or near water. The similarities to the Ripper's crimes were too striking to ignore, fueling public hysteria and a renewed fascination with the unsolved mysteries of the past. Section 6. The Elusive Phantom, a Case Unsolved. Despite one of the most extensive manhunts in history, Jack the Ripper was never brought to justice. The case went cold, the leads dried up, and the killer, if still alive, vanished into the mists of time. The lack of conclusive evidence has allowed speculation to flourish. Over the years, numerous individuals have been put forward as potential suspects, their names etched into the folklore surrounding the case. From members of the royal family to respected artists and even Queen Victoria's own physician, the list of suspects reads like a who's who of Victorian society. Theories abound, each one attempting to shed light on the identity of the killer and the motives behind his gruesome acts. Yet, the truth remains elusive, hidden beneath layers of time, speculation, and the enduring mystery that continues to captivate and intrigue. Section 7. Prey in the Shadows. The Victims. The victims of Jack the Ripper were women living on the margins of society. They were mothers, daughters, and sisters who had fallen on hard times, their lives a testament to the harsh realities of poverty and destitution in Victorian England. Mary Ann Nichols, Annie Chapman, Elizabeth Stride, Catherine Eddowes, and Mary Jane Kelly. Their names, once lost in the anonymity of their circumstances, are now forever linked by tragedy. They were more than just victims. They were human beings whose lives were cut short by a darkness they could never have imagined. Their stories serve as a reminder of the vulnerability of those living on the fringes of society. They remind us that behind every unsolved case, behind every nameless victim, there is a life story filled with dreams, hopes, and aspirations that were tragically cut short. Section 8. The Face of Fear, a Killer's Portrait. Despite the passage of time, no definitive portrait of Jack the Ripper exists. He remains a phantom, his appearance a blank canvas upon which fear and imagination have painted countless images. Eyewitness accounts from the time vary wildly, describing him as everything from a tall, imposing figure to a short, unassuming man. Some claimed he was well-dressed, while others described him as shabby and disheveled. These conflicting accounts only serve to deepen the mystery, making it all the more difficult to separate fact from fiction. Without a face to put to the name, Jack the Ripper has become an archetype, a symbol of the evil that lurks in the shadows, waiting to strike when least expected. Section 9. Echoes of the Ripper, Modern Discoveries. The passage of time may have dulled the edges of the Jack the Ripper case, but it has not diminished its power to fascinate and intrigue. In recent years, advances in forensic science and the discovery of new evidence have breathed fresh life into the investigation, offering tantalizing clues that could potentially unlock the secrets of the past. DNA analysis, a tool unavailable to investigators in the 19th century, has been used to re-examine evidence from the crime scenes. While these efforts have yet to definitively identify the killer, they have provided valuable insights and fueled speculation that a breakthrough may be within reach. The discovery of long-lost documents, including police reports and eyewitness accounts, has also shed new light on the case. These documents, meticulously studied by historians and amateur sleuths alike, offer a glimpse into the investigation as it unfolded, revealing dead ends, missed opportunities, and tantalizing clues that may have been overlooked at the time. Section 10. Jack's Legacy, the Enduring Mystery. More than a century after his reign of terror, Jack the Ripper continues to cast a long shadow. He remains an enigma, a symbol of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of even the most civilized society. The enduring fascination with the case stems from our innate desire to understand the motivations behind such horrific acts. We are drawn to the mystery, to the puzzle that seems unsolvable, yet holds the promise of revelation. Jack the Ripper's legacy is a complex one. He is both a source of horror and intrigue, a reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring power of mystery. His story serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder that some secrets, no matter how diligently they are pursued, may forever remain hidden in the shadows. Section 11. Bibliography. Begg, Peter. Pearson Education, 2014. Cornwell Patricia. Berkeley, 2017. Evans, Stuart P., and Keith Skinner. Constable, 2000. Fido, Martin. Weidenfeld and Nicholson, 1987. Rumbelow, Donald. Penguin Books, 2004. Sugden, Philip, Carolyn Graff, 2008.